Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, February 10th, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comment section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Kent State versus Buffalo. Buffalo only lost by 6 when these two teams met at Kent State, and will look to enact revenge in this game. Kent State has been strong in league play, but one of their weak spots has been on the road. They have lost twice in their past 5 games, both of which were on the road, losing at Northern Illinois and Akron. Buffalo is a balanced team, with 4 players averaging double figures, 2 guards and 2 forwards. This makes them difficult to match up with. Jones leads the way as do everything 6 feet 5 inches wing and won't be held to 1-13 shooting again. The Bulls are on a 2-game win streak and bring momentum into this nationally televised home game. Take Buffalo plus 4 points. Buffalo plays with the 5th fastest tempo out of 363 teams in the country according to Ken Pom. Buffalo's style of play creates more possessions for both teams as the Bulls look to fly up and down the court quickly. Buffalo has gone over the total in back-to-back games. Kent State's tempo is closer to the middle of the pack, ranking in at 148th. Kent State has gone over in 2 of their last 3 games, while scoring in the 80s in both of those games. Buffalo's defense is only ranked 212th in efficiency, so with a high level of possessions it will give Kent State plenty of opportunities to score. Take the over 151 points. Butler Bulldogs versus Xavier Musketeers. Butler has won versus the spread in each of their last 2 games. Despite a subpar season, the Bulldogs have played opponents tough at home and have a 9-4 record there this season. They have been effective at defending the 3-point shot, which is one of Xavier's biggest weapons. The Musketeers have struggled on the road recently. While Xavier has been playing great overall, they have beat the spread only twice in the past 6 contests. Look for these trends to continue. Take Butler with the points. Butler has gone under the point total in 4 straight games and 5 of their last 6. Look for Butler to try to slow the pace of the game down at home to attempt to remain competitive. Xavier and Butler currently rank 22nd and 250th in pace of play respectively. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair. Look for this game to go under. St. Peter's Peacocks versus Marist Red Foxes. Neither of these programs are in their best form right now, each sitting at 4-9 in conference play. However, I'm going to ride with Marist to cover the line in this MAC clash. The main reason that I like the Red Foxes in this spot is because of Patrick Gardner. He's been a force at center for Marist this season, leading the team in both points, 18.7 PPG, and rebounds, 6.2 RPG. In a mid-tier conference featuring 2 lousy teams, I think he's capable of taking this game over by himself and leading his school to victory. Other than that, not much separates these 2 teams on the stat sheet. I think the best play is to ride with the hotter team in Marist. Our team pick is Marist Red Foxes plus 2 points. This game is an under-better's delight, and I'll ride with the under-betters in this one. These are 2 of the worst offenses in college basketball. St. Peter's comes into this one ranked 327th in adjusted offensive efficiency, scoring 97.0 points per 100 possessions. Meanwhile, Marist is right behind them at 336th, 96.1. In terms of field goal percentage, the Red Foxes are hitting 40.6% of their shots, 342nd, while the Peacocks are at 38.7%, 361st. To put that into context, only 14 teams have a field goal percentage under 40.0%, and St. Peter's is the 3rd worst out of 363 teams. Finally, both of these teams are very slow-paced. Marist is 278th in tempo, averaging 65.3 possessions per 40 minutes. St. Peter's is 343rd with 63.2 possessions per 40 minutes. Who can blame them for taking their time with such horrible offenses? Let's lock in the under 124 points here. Ryder Broncs versus Fairfield Stags. Ryder is 7-0 straight up and 5-2 against the spread over the last 7 games played, which has helped move the Bronx into first place in the MAC with a half-game lead. The Bronx rely on a very strong defense that is allowing an average of 66.4 points per game but has held opponents to an average of just 61.7 points per game during their current 7-game winning streak. Ryder defeated Fairfield in the first meeting between the 78-69 in overtime and covered the spread as a 2-point road underdog. Fairfield is shooting only 40.1% overall and 26.6% from three-point land. The Stags have failed to cover the spread in each of 3, which includes its loss to Ryder. Take Ryder minus 4.5 points. The total has finished under in each of Fairfield's last 2 games as well as in 6 of the Stags' last 7. Fairfield scores an average of only 64.1 points per game and it is shooting just 40.1% and will be facing a Ryder defense that has allowed an average of only 61.7 points per game over the last 7 games. The total has finished under in 8 of Ryder's last 10. Take the under 132.5 points. Niagara Purple Eagles vs Quinnipiac Bobcats. When diving into Ken Palm's adjusted efficiency margin, there is a massive difference between these 2 programs as Quinnipiac is 132nd in college basketball with a plus 2.88 rating while Niagara is all the way down at 235th in the sport with a minus 5.59 rating so far. These offenses are also on 2 different levels lately, with the Bobcats averaging 74.4 points in their last 5 games while the Purple Eagles are scoring 64.8 points in their previous 4 games. Quinnipiac is the better overall program and should easily be able to cover the spread on the road against a weaker Niagara Purple Aces program. Our team pick is Quinnipiac Bobcats minus 2.5 points. When looking at the defense from beyond the arc, these teams are doing pretty well as Quinnipiac is 28th in the nation with a 30.3 opposing 3-point percentage while Niagara is 185th in the sport with a 34.1 3-point percentage against. Neither team is committing many fouls throughout the season thus far as the Bobcats are 103rd in the sport with 16 team fouls per game while the Purple Eagles are 91st in the United States with 15.9 team fouls per game as well, so not many free throw attempts should be expected. All in all, go with the under in this game as it seems to be the better option. Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers vs Siena Saints. Siena has been out of sorts lately after starting conference play strong. The Mountaineers have been a largely inconsistent team and have struggled at home this season. This will be a good spot for the Saints to get back in the win column. The Saints have been better on the boards lately, and that has been a key weakness of the Mountaineers' defense. Further, the Mountaineers have had tremendous ball security issues and have struggled getting stops in transition. Siena should be able to come away with several live ball turnovers and will look to take advantages of the porous defense of Mount St. Mary. Take the road chalk here. Our team pick is Siena minus 3.5 points. Both of these offenses play a very slow tempo, and their interior scoring has been very poor, while the defense pretty strong. Siena has done well to limit opponents to single-shot possessions, and I expect them to stay strong on the defensive glass here. Both of these offenses also have turnover issues and are in the bottom half of the country in field goal attempt rate. Mount St. Mary's last 3 home games have had 63 possessions or less. The play is the under 125 points. Canisius Golden Griffins vs Iona Gales. Iona clearly needs this game more than Canisius and it is the superior team. The Gales come in just a half game behind Ryder but have to keep pace with the Bronx, who have won 7 games in a row. Canisius have gone just 3-6 at home this season and have lost 5 straight games. Look for Iona to dominate in ball security and utilize turnovers to turn into easy baskets. Iona won the first matchup by 30 points and won the turnover battle by a count of 20-11. Expect similar results in a game that is crucial for Iona. Take Iona. Nelly Jr. Joseph is leading Iona in scoring and rebounding with averages of 15.6 points and 9.4 rebounds per game, while Dennis Jackson is the second leading scorer and the leader in assists with averages of 15.5 points and 4.8 assists per game. Iona has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 75.4 points per game. Canisius looks to snap a 5-game losing streak with a victory on Friday when hosting Iona. The Golden Griffins are 5-17 overall and last in the MAC, 3-10. Canisius was defeated by the Marist Red Foxes 75-67 for their 5th straight loss. Jordan Henderson was the leading scorer for Canisius with 17 points, but as a team the Golden Griffins shot just 37.3% overall and 22.6% from three-point territory. Jordan Henderson is leading Canisius in scoring with an average of 14.1 points per game, while Tosh Stacey is the second leading scorer and the leader in assists with averages of 11.1 points and 2.5 assists per game. Xavier Long is the leading rebounder with an average of 6.2 rebounds per game. Canisius has two players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 69.8 points per game. Our total pick is over 142.5 points.